Alright, hey there Prox Gaming Crew, and this is Proxify here. We're back for some more of the Twilight Princess HD Let's Play, and if you did miss out during the last one, well, we just went in to complete off with Lake Bed Temple, got both the east and the west side now finally opened up with the different waterways here. With the water now finally being risen up, we can now go and head on into the boss where we're going to have to go and battle with the boss, known as Morpheel. Now, this battle can get really frustrating in a way with the first phase, to be exact. The second phase, really not all that too bad. It's just the first phase is well, I've got to say is going to be really annoying because of just how you have to use the iron boots in this type of area here. Now, if you guys remember back in the Ocarina of Time virtual console series that we did as the reboot series for that time, there was a certain type of morph creature as well within that water temple that was quite annoying in a way, but it wasn't all that too bad because all that we really do need was the hook shot and just make sure that we took the membrane out of that morph guy there and just be able to slash around and make sure that we get the heart container as we want. Well, here for this Morpheel guy, works into the same exact type of direction of what that boss battle was, but however, there's a caveat here to this, and it kind of makes things a little bit more annoying, where if you guys kind of remember about how the astronauts kind of have to like do their spacewalking around whenever they do like their practice test training, like within the water, and they have to wear that heavy amount of like astronaut gear that happens here. Well, the iron boots are going to be exactly like that same type of method, where it is going to be so much weight onto Lake, where you kind of have to at least eat up amount of the different attacks that this Morpheel guy is going to be doing, because unfortunately you can't actually go out of the way to grab the eyeball as quickly as you can, and you're just going to have to just eat it up. Now basically I did lose out a little bit of some hearts though, however, for what you guys did get to go and see for a little bit, but now we're on our second phase now, and that's exactly what's going to happen here with the Morpheel, and now things are going to be at least 10 times better than how the first phase was. If you can get past the first phase, the second phase is really not all that too bad. All that we really do need to go and do is just have your Zora outfit out here, keep on repeatedly mashing that A button as fast as you can to get the fast type of swim that you do want, and if you're lucky enough with the claw shot, you can go right to the eyeball and start slashing around as no tomorrow. And that's basically about it here for this battle. Nothing really else too much to go out of the way to go and say for that. But once you go and do all of this type of way out here with the battling, we should at least be able to get that heart container and the next few shadow piece that will be there. And I do want to say that there is going to be potentially one more other few shadow piece that we do want, and I think that's going to be located all the way back in the Gerudo Desert area, because once we do go and head on into that dungeon there, get the spinner and battle with the boss, which that's actually a really fun boss battle to be well, to be more honest with you compared to this one here. Now there's going to be I want to say with that dungeon battle, I know that you have to like jump between like the different walls and everything, and you have to like line yourself up perfectly to hit that guy in the face and then try to get him down, because it's like some sort of like big huge skeleton head, I think, if I can recall right. That's how like that battle happens within the Gerudo area. Can't wait until that one happens, but we'll see how well my gear spinning tactics are going to be, because I know that before in the original series of Twilight Princess, I wasn't all that too great with it, and had a little bit of a hard time with it, because I know that like on your first type of try out here with the Twilight Princess, using the gear for the very first time, or the spinner that's going to happen, it's going to be a little bit of you're going to kind of have to get used to it for a little bit there, but things should at least work out as well soon. Now, with these two videos for today, not only are we going to just be doing out here with, of course, just with Twilight Princess, but we are going to be going and doing some more of what Yokai Watch is going to be. Currently, right now, within Yokai Watch 3, we are going to have to at least take care of the last of these type of mystery quests that's going to happen. And then from there, we are going to position ourselves back into the main quest and actually continue onwards within that chapter. And hopefully at least meet up with another boss Yokai at some point so that we can at least try to get finished with that series. Now, I know that we have, I think, around like 10 chapters in Yokai Watch 3, and currently right now we're just sitting on chapter 5, so we still got a little bit more progress to go, but at least now we're finally done with all of those type of side tracking other key quests, and now we can go and just move on to the next thing here, so that's all good. And at least we're not going to go and worry about saving, but I think currently right now, just within a few minutes out here, after once we go and see through Zan and having to go through this type of cutscene with Lineru and all that stuff. We are going to be hearing one of the most favorable OSTs that I actually do like within this game. I believe it's actually known as Midna's Laminate, I believe. It's actually a really cool OST, and I always have this song like on any of my phones that I always go and download because it's just one of the best type of soundtracks from here. And oh no! With the power of Zant, he basically destroyed El Lineru. That's not good, and unfortunately, his little ball of light just completely disappears, and everything's now transferred back into the world of Twilight again. And unfortunately, if you guys must know, well, we can't really be normal Link out here, so we're gonna have to change right back into Wolf Link once again, and we can't even do anything. We're kind of like just, well, kind of useless right now as a wolf. I don't even think we can even do anything with Zant as being with a wolf at this point. Oh no, and all of those fuse pieces that we just went out of our way to just go and grab. He just tosses them off to the side like it's just some sort of toy. Oh man. Well, I know that later on throughout this game of Twilight Princess, we're going to be hearing some swearing that's going to be coming from Midna later. But I don't think we're just right there just yet. Now, I got some good news. Apparently, from what I've been hearing about with all these leaks and stuff, apparently there's a code name that's going around currently. That's happening from, I think, from Midori, I think. Normally, that type of Twitter user normally goes and has, like, a lot of different type of leaks that show up for anything that happens right now within the Nintendo Switch side of things. But there's a code name that's going around on, like, for a Twilight Princess code name known as Edward, and you guys may probably know about who that Edward guy is. So, and no, it is not like from actual Twilight. I know that there's an actual vampire guy named Edward, but maybe that may have to kind of go and do something with that. But I think his name is Edward or Richard, but I think there is a guy named Edward, and he's the one that normally has, like, the sky books that we have to go and collect. So, that is something to go and do with there. But hopefully, with all that being said in mind, well, within the code name, hopefully that's what's actually going on with Nintendo, is that are going to be making a remaster type of version of Twilight Princess. I think that would be really cool to see what's going to happen with the Switch. Unfortunately, I know that I'm not going to be able to go and do that Let's Play, though, because if you guys must know, I am going to kind of switch things up a little bit later. But hey, you know what? At least you guys still get to see Twilight Princess right now in the HD version on the Wii U. A type of version that I've never actually personally played through from before. I know that I played through the GameCube version, so. And just like that, Midna just completely disappears, and I think ourselves as well too, right? Well, I know what's going to happen now is that with us getting teleported, we're going to get ourselves shot all the way back. Just around, just right up close to like where the castle town's going to be. And now we get to hear one of the most favorable OSTs that's going to happen within this game in just a little bit now. And like, look what happened to Midna. Originally, before, she was all like with her different type of, well, I guess like with her black and blue design of herself, but now she's like completely all different at this point. It's like she's more so like pink and blue, it looks like, or darker blue or indigo blue or something. So let's just go and make our way on over to Castletown. Now, the sucky thing is that even though that with Midna's Laminate going on within the background, the sucky thing is that when you're running through here trying to reach on into this way, the enemies that are going to be showing up around is going to basically kind of make the song kind of wash away a little bit. It kind of sucks. But not to worry, while we're here at Castletown, there is no enemies, so we get to hear at least some bit of like the actual type of OST that's going on for the time being. Now, this is kind of like a precursor to what's going to happen a little bit later throughout the game, because at some point, that little piece that just went inside into Wolf Lake right there, that piece is going to be what we can actually go and do later to actually switch between both with Link and with Wolf Link, and actually have somewhat of a much better and easier time switching between the two wolves without having to go through the Twilight anymore. But yeah, all of the citizens, just like what happened, well, I don't know if we ever went into Castletown as Wolf like from previously before and seeing all these people get scared, but yeah, they don't like having a wolf within the actual place here at Castletown, and unfortunately the only type of animals that can actually go and speak to us at this point in time is going to be with like cats or dogs or anything else of that matter. So now we got ourselves with, I think this is Telma's cat. And she's gonna go and point us the way to where we need to go to Hyrule Castle and meet up with Zelda. So this is Louise. Now we have to go and do a little bit of some stealthing with here with Wolf Link, which it really shouldn't be that too hard. All that we really need to go and do is just do a little bit of some tightrope walking around with Wolf Link, kind of like what we did before back in the Twilight version of or the Twilight world of Castletown. So we really shouldn't have that much of a problem here. So yeah, all that we need to do now is just go and reach all the way over to that window there. And that should lead us right to the way of a different type of detour part to reach the Castletown. So we're going to go and jump all the way up here into this. And let's go into the second floor of where the bar is going to be at. Now, there's going to be a lot of vases placed around within this way, and you don't really want to go and try to knock around with some of these vases, because if you go and do, I believe you get shot back to the very beginning of the area again, because somebody will go and spot you out, and there's like a Goron all the way down there as well, and whoa, that was really close. Almost slipped off. Now, this part can be a little bit tricky. All you really need to do is just make sure that you kind of just, move those pots just very slightly, not too much, but just very slightly off to the side there, and you should just at least be able to at least, well, basically get on across there to that one, and here we go. Made it through the little byway here. And it seems like this bar is actually attached to some other guy's house here. And not only that, but there's also going to be a Poe that's going to show up. Now, this is going to probably be like the only one Poe that I'm only going to grab. I don't know if we can get ourselves a heart piece. I know that there's like 20 in total that we have to go and do to basically get this guy all revived up. So we may probably go for the 20 heart, or the 20 Poe souls, just so that we can at least get that all set and finished. But I think there's actually going to be more than those type of Poe souls, but we're not going to go for that. Probably that will give us like a stamp or something later, but not going to worry about that for now. But yeah, basically Poe souls, those are basically meant for with Wolf Link at this point in time. I don't really think you can really go out of your way to use just regular Link. So all they really need to do is just use your senses, hold on to the B button, and then just kind of launch yourself right at the Poe, and you should just be able to get the Poe soul right away. Now, all that we really need to do now here in this area, to be exact, is that we just need to go and open up with this little latch right here, and it's going to take us into a little bit of a water slide. Kind of like what we're doing back in Lake Bed Temple in a way. But here we are, now we finally made it down into this area. And now all that's going to happen here in this little mini dungeon of Wolf Link here at this point is that we're just going to have to go and use a torch around within the area. Yeah, these type of sculptures here for the time being are going to be a little bit annoying. Yeah, because we don't really kind of have the advantage of like using regular Link out here to use with the Great Spin, so just kind of have to wait to at least time that out a little bit better. Okay, so now we got ourselves with a torch stick here, and all we have to do now is just burn some cobwebs around and just make sure that we go and do this properly. Yeah, I decided to just go and just basically cut out all of that stuff right there. You guys don't need to see me having to go through all of that. Cut through all the different spider webs and stuff. But now we're getting ourselves just a little bit more closer now. And now this place kind of almost vaguely looks a little bit familiar now. Because we've been through here in the Twilight area previously from before. And just kind of cuts through all of that stuff as well. Unfortunately, I did get myself a little bit injured, I think, within the way, but it's okay. Yeah, there's going to be some archery boblins out here, which that could be somewhat of a problem. But anyways, we're all set and finished with that. Now we got all of our hearts back up and ready for action here. And there's the last area right here. It's just right into the window, and that's where we're going to end off the episode. So while we're ending things off here, just want to go out and say thank you guys so much for watching this episode for Twilight Princess. See you guys in the next one, and of course, peace.